WMX race 1 here, the round of Spain. All eyes about 6 or 7 gates over as Shana van der Vlist and Nancy van der Ven pulled the first 2 positions out of the gate. Gabriela Sedados was in there in 3rd, but not for long. She got pushed back to 4th as Fontanesi came through. Duncan was in about 8th place at this moment, but she soon worked her way into a contention position. Van der Ven took over the lead immediately. Van der Vlist was then 2nd, and it wasn't long before Fontanesi followed through into 2nd place, pushing the 188 into 3rd. Duncan, at the start of the next lap, moved into 3rd position as well with that pass on Shana van der Vlist, and then went after Chiara Fontanesi as they battled over 2nd position, but not before Van der Vlist got caught. Van der Ven got caught by Fontanesi, who then took over the lead. Duncan then followed through into 2nd position. Wouldn't be the first time we would see a pass through that downhill wave section. Daniela Guillen was having a fantastic ride, but she would eventually come home in 9th position. This was the battle for the lead, and maybe the first talking point. The 2 champions went bar to bar, elbow to elbow. The Italian went down, Duncan stayed up, and then she had a very comfortable advantage over Nancy van der Ven. Spanish rider then just struggling, but this was also a big talking moment. Couldn't gripe the handlebar. Big cartwheel down the straight for the race leader, picked herself up. Van der Ven had already moved into the lead at that point. And then she was just riding through the motions. Back marker tussled with Duncan on the final lap. And this was how close it was between 2nd and 3rd. Van der Ven on her way to victory. Duncan over the line 2nd. Fontanesi all over the back of her in 3rd, but it was a win for the first time for Van der Ven. The gate dropped. And there was a little bit of carnage going in. Avery Berry got upside down, you'll see there. So obviously something going very wrong for the American through that first turn. But it was Larissa Papameyer who led the way in the early stages. Duncan was there in 3rd place, just behind Nancy van der Ven. Fontanesi took over 4th, and then she ran into trouble here all by herself. She stalled, and I think, yeah, Van der Vlist just ran into the back of her. So it was a self-inflicted error from the Italian on that opening lap. Duncan then from 3rd to 2nd with that pass on Van der Ven, and then through the waves, where she was so effective in race 1, to take over the lead from Papameyer. Fontanesi picked herself back up, though, initially in 9th, but then made that move on Papameyer. That got her into 4th place. Amandine Verstappen and TJ O'Hare had their battle as the Belgian went to 7th by the time the checkered flag fell. This was the fight for 2nd in the latter stages of the race. Van der Ven hanging on for 2nd from Fontanesi, but it was Courtney Duncan who went on to take the win for the 4th time this season. She also went to take her 3rd Grand Prix victory of the campaign as well. Same points as Nancy van der Ven. Chiara Fontanesi came home in 3rd. Duncan now has a 16-point advantage over Chiara Fontanesi as we head into the final round in Italy. But your top 3 here today: Courtney Duncan, Nancy van der Ven, and Chiara Fontanesi. And of course, the red plate still belongs on the front of the bike at MTX Kawasaki.
Courtney Duncan, 3rd overall of the season. Quite a dramatic first race for you. Contact with Chiara, crashed by yourself. Race win in that 2nd race, a tough one, but you still got that red plate.
Yeah, like you say, pretty tough weekend. Didn't start off on the right foot. Obviously tangled with Chiara there and then had a huge crash. So the first race was not so good, but I'm happy to rebound with a win in the 2nd one. Rode smooth, rode smart, pretty good start, and just kept it upright, which was important, gained some solid points. So yeah, looking forward to next weekend in Trentino. Enjoy that track, so it should be some good fun.
Great job. Thanks Courtney.